Welcome back. Today we're live, so let's get right to more hot topics. Lindsay Lohan is back in the news, and if you live in Brooklyn, she is coming to a nursery school near you. As part of her community service for reckless driving after a crash in 2012, the actress was ordered to return to volunteer at the Duffield Children's Center in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. But the interesting thing is that parents of the nursery school children were sent a letter from the school saying that Lohan may be placed in a classroom with your child, that she would be under constant supervision, and then volunteers are never left alone with children. And I don't know if they do this for every volunteer. It seemed weird. It sounds like they think she's a pedophile.
What's she doing at the school for? Are the kids in rehab? What's she doing at that school?
Volunteer work with the school and administrative help as well.
But this is how crazy she is. Do you know how crazy you got to be for people to put that out on a white woman like that? That she can't be around kids?
You know.
That's nuts to me.
But for me as a mom, I'm offended by it, and I'm nervous about it because
offended that she's allowed to volunteer
with children. I mean, we're talking about impressionable preschool children. I don't want my child to be an experiment for Lindsay Lohan.
I think that's way too much. No, that's too much because
I don't think so.
She's not going to do anything crazy.
How do you know that?
No, but everything about her life is crazy. If I was a parent and my little Bam Bam and little Bebe was at that school and they said Lindsay Lohan was coming to volunteer, my kids would be taken right on up that school and taken to the school up the block.
If you name your kids that, you're going to prison. If you do that. You have 3 little ones. If you got that letter, how would you react?
I don't think I'd react badly to it. I think it's possible she might have been given a list of things to choose for her community service. So it's like, you know,
and she started there early on, a few years ago. I think she's finishing up community service there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she finished the school there herself.
No.
Oh, okay. She probably needs to do that as well.
So you would be okay?
I would be okay. As long as she wasn't in charge of field trips.
She's been arrested for theft. She's been arrested for drugs. She's been arrested for alcohol.
She's a wild children. She may drink and have
she was a child herself.
I don't believe that girl's going to do that around children. I think she has enough common sense.
She should have been in jail a long time ago.
She was in jail.
You need special training to be around children.
They're going to give her the training.
You need special training in early childhood.
That's what's so shocking to me.
My mom is a teacher, and people think that anyone can go into a classroom with children and teach, and that is just not the case.
She's a volunteer. She's a volunteer.
And she's also not teaching,
she's not teaching.
But
she might be helping them with snacks, or you don't know what she's doing. Yeah.
I don't like it.
I think it's okay. All right, let's move on. No one likes to think about what happens when you kick the bucket, right? I know, but we're going to talk about it. How about a customized coffin? A family-run business in the UK sells what they call colorized coffins. Most people choose designs to reflect their loved ones' lives. For example, this is a coffin designed to look like a car. They have a disco theme if you're a dance fanatic. And then one for gambling, the hustler, they call it. Ranges from a couple of $100s to a couple of £1,000 or dollars. Okay. John, your take.
I love everything about this. There's a company in Dallas that does it well. I want a WWE-themed funeral. I want my coffin to be like the wrestling ring. I want to be buried in a robe like Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. And after E. Dewey Smith preaches my eulogy, I want them to roll my casket down the aisle to Pomp and Circumstance, the theme song for Randy Macho Man Savage. Yeah!
Wow, you are full of it. Wow.
That sounds like the worst funeral that ever hit the street.
It's a good time.
Can't you just lay in that coffin and be quiet? Why you gotta be so loud with all the decorations and design? This is not a happy time. I'm against that. I hate that stuff. That's creepy because they doing this stuff now where they embalming people to sit up and shake hands and all that stuff. No, I want my dead people to be dead, sit over there and let me mourn.
They freeze dry animals now. Do they freeze dry people? They don't.
That's gonna be next.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't like it. I
guess if you're going to be on permanent display, like in your living room, then it's the proper thing, the polite thing to do for your family to decorate it. But if you're going to drop it into the ground...
Oh, no, celebrate me. I want them to show it on BET, TV One. I want Meredith Live to do a special screening. I want everybody watching my funeral.
Well, you know who does it right? New Orleans does it right.
Yes.
They give good funerals.
You should celebrate life.
Exactly.
It's a homegoing, Yamanika.
No, it's gross. I rebuke this whole thing. It creeps me out.
Right, rebuke. Up next, more What's Hot Live topics with our lively panel. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow on the Meredith Vieira Show, nothing is off limits.
If my husband and my son is drowning, I'm just gonna tell my husband, keep swimming, baby.
And American Idol mastermind Nigel Lythgoe reacts to its shocking cancellation. Tomorrow on the Meredith Vieira Show.
We're back talking about what's hot live. Let's face it, there are breast men, and then there is 59-year-old Ivan Lakask. Have you heard of this guy? He's the author of the controversial new self-help book, The Convince Her to Get Bigger Breasts Manual. He wrote it with his girlfriend, Victoria. He convinced her to go up 7 cup sizes from a 26, to a 26K. But he's, being the magnanimous man he is, he typically pays for the augmentation.
A gentleman.
A gentleman.
A gentleman.
He's a fool, and she a fool. Anybody that follows this is a fool. Stop letting these
you should play into your man's desire.
No, what is he? I'm telling you, I know what this man looked like. I ain't never seen him. He bald, short, fat. Don't tell me what I need to do. What are you doing?
Listen.
Getting boobs up. I got a lot of boobs, okay? I don't want no K. Are you kidding me? Walking around. Ivan, where you at? I'm a kiss. I'm a kiss. Out of here.
She's not done. She's going for even bigger.
What is surprising to me is that men are just so into making women these really crazy fantasy
Yes,
figures.
Sonny, we should fantasize.
It's so misogynistic.
It's okay for me to have a Dolly Parton complex.
But it's okay to have your wife or partner change into that.
The bigger, the better. But here's the thing. I think the guy's a little late to the game. Like, everybody's obsessed with the Kim Kardashian fake booty. He should have done the breast maybe 10 years ago, so he's a little late to the game.
He is an ass. He's definitely a booty.
I agree with that.
He's got it. He's got that covered.
He is.
I don't think most men make these demands on their women.
No, I don't think so. It's more of a request. There's a manual.
I'm facilitating a gift.
Well, you know what? I got a request. You turn it to Denzel, and you... Well, you already fine, honey, so you stay the way you are.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm back.
After that Denzel fight photo, I got Denzel on live.
But don't you agree though that a man forcing a woman or even encouraging a woman to do something like that? I know, I am a lawyer,
I suppose, in fairness, there should be a how to convince your man to have penile enlargement.
Well, hey, Scott, some of us don't have that problem.
I think page 1 of the manual, has to be put on a helmet for the first time you actually bring up the subject.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Well, apparently it's doing pretty well, so we'll see.
Hey, New York Times bestseller.
Who? The manual?
It should be.
Let's move on. Let's move on. The vote is in. We may not have a woman president yet, but we soon may have a woman on the $20 bill, hopefully by 2020. All U.S. paper currency, yes? Currently features all men, but there has been this campaign to get a woman on the $20 bill. It aims to put a woman on, like I said, in 2020, and to celebrate the 100th anniversary of women gaining the right to vote. 100,000 people did vote on who they wanted. You know who came in number 1? Harriet Tubman, yep, the abolitionist that helped free slaves underground. Great choice. Sonny, I am so in favor of this. I think it's ridiculous that it's only men.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I started looking actually through my billfold, and I'm thinking, how is it possible that not only do we not have any women on money, we don't have a female president yet? We've never had a female
that's coming.
president.
That's coming.
I think.
Yeah,
But what is that?
Could be close.
It could be close. And I just think it's incredible that as women, we are so strong, we are so fierce, yet we are not running the world. Right?
It's only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time. But the choice of Harriet Tubman, I love it.
Makes
Great.
sense.
All right.
That makes sense.
All right, before we go, we suffered a terrible tragedy here in the Northeast yesterday. Our hearts go out to the families of the victims of the Amtrak train that derailed last night in Philadelphia, carrying 238 passengers, 5 crew members. We are sending our prayers to the families of those who died and the many who were injured. Our thoughts are with you all. Thanks to all of our panelists. Thank you guys for being here. Tune in to NBC this Monday at 10 p.m. to catch Scott in the season finale of The Night Shift. We will be right back.